Hey folks, Ryan Feroz Moto here, back with another video. Today I'm going to talk about the tires I have in my car, being the Hankook RS4s. So I'll show you guys here. I've had them for quite some time now, done about track day on them, and done over 1,000 miles of driving, just daily driving. And I must say, I am a happy camper. They are a little pricey for what they are, and they're super hard to get a hold of, especially in the market. I know a lot of teams like to buy them up early once they're out, so you got to be quick when to get them. But I'm running them in a 275, 35, 19 configuration. I'm running a square setup. And I just want to talk about some things that I've come to like and dislike with the tire. So first off, we have to understand that this is a performance-oriented tire. It's meant to be for track work. It's a 200 treadwear endurance tire, so you got to get the right tool for the job. To have this solely on the street, I think is kind of silly. Even for me to daily drive on them, I mean, it's kind of overkill for the type of driving you're doing. I mean, the performance is there. I'd say it is definitely stickier than like a PS4S. You'd be really surprised how much grip you can get into the eyes once he's warmed up. I want to say in the rain performance, it's not too bad. As you guys can see, it does have a lot of sipes on them to get water out from the side. I think the tread pattern's pretty cool. There we go in the rear. And overall, they are not too hard or bad to live with. They do have a little bit of howl on the highway once you're driving, so it can be a little annoying if you know care about all the NVH and acoustics and stuff, but for the job it does, I think it's really great. The sidewalls are stiff enough, but not too stiff where when you're hitting bumps you're really hurting. I think they're actually very, very comfortable, and compared to even my PSL Season 4s, I think they actually ride slightly better, but it also could be due to the wheels that I have. These Forge Apexes are smaller and lighter than the stock wheels, so it all adds up and works together. But profile wise, they do fit a little wide, which is kind of good. For a 275, the tread is there, but the actual tread width is a little wider, so I feel like it'd fit more like a true 285, even though it's a 275. In the future, if I were to run these tires again, I think I would. Only issue is, like I said, with the sizing. I think 275/35 on my car is, don't want to say under tire, but since I can fit 305s with a proper setup with the camper I have now, I definitely want to up the ante if I can. So overall on track, they did great. Heat temperatures and everything, they did a great job in staying in temp, so there was no issues of them getting greasy. My car is heavy, as you guys know, almost near 4,000 pounds of me in it, so they definitely did the job and hook really well. You definitely got to be respectful, of course, with throttle, because no matter what, I mean, this thing has 400 foot-pounds of torque and almost 500 horsepower, so you really have to respect when you're putting on throttle. So it's not a tire that's going to really hide your mistakes, which is good. You can learn with it and push on, but you definitely just have to learn how to drive around with the car and its dynamics. But I think it's the perfect tool to learn. The reason I picked this tire was because I wanted something to last the whole season, relatively cheaper and expensive compared to other tires. Definitely in my size, I can run square, and I can definitely daily drive on them. Another tire I was considering was the Goodyear Supercar, or Goodyear Eagle Supercar 3s. I heard a lot of guys in the Camaro community run those, and I've heard good things. They're good. They call them triple threat tire. You do autocross, track, daily driving, so that's probably what I'm running next, as they come in a 285, 35, 19 size, and I think that's kind of perfect for these tires and wheels. Since I'm running a 19x10 square setup, I think it's the perfect amount of meat and poke to have on these guys to really fill out the car. I think the fitment is pretty spectacular. I don't have any issues with what's going on with fitment and everything. I am running 12.5 spacers all around on the car, so it's really not an issue. But overall, I am a, like I said, happy camper. So if you guys are running these tires, or I'll do some driving impressions and I'll let you guys know what I think. Right now they should be up to temp with how I've been doing my driving and everything since I did get some heat with these guys. But like I said, there's really not a big issue with them. I think they're very easy to live with. As you guys can see here, we're just going on these pavement and everything, and it's really fine. I think to really utilize the most out of a tire, of course, is having a proper alignment with your proper camber, especially in these turns. If you're running stock alignment on these tires, you're really not using the most of time what's on the table, since you really got to use all it's giving, all this peak grip. So like I was saying, small things with it is just the howl to speed. I doubt you guys will be able to hear it in the video, but once you get up to 60, 70 miles an hour, you do start to hear that whirling noise. And even now, yeah, I hear it. 40 miles an hour is just a thing. I think it kind of sounds a little cool. It's like race car things, you know. Not a huge deal. I know everyone's tolerance for noise, vibration, and harshness varies. I'm young and dumb, and you know how the rest goes. So I really don't mind, and for my use case and everything, it does great. Over here in the land of the nice and windy roads, it's really does a great job with peak grip. you just guys could see, it's just so confident and understandable. I say it's really easy to push too. So some 200 treadwear tires like to kind of give out of nowhere. I think these guys give you a second or a little bit of an audible squeal and howl right before they're at that limit, which is really helpful for a novice and a beginner who doesn't know what the heck they're doing. Temperature wise, when I ran them on track, they want to be around 35 hot, so kind of have to modulate and get them around there. And of course, just having actual temperatures on the tire is important. I would not run this tire if it's under 40 degrees at all. It's going to be pretty much borderline a hockey puck, so then you're going to ruin the compound. So really want to make sure you're taking care of these guys. I had them stored in my room for a while until I brought them out for this season, since it's now warm and I could actually use them. And with treadwear, of course, as everyone says, these guys wear like iron, and it is really true. I had my track day and I barely saw any noticeable wear on the tires. I think a lot of it is also due to my alignment, which is great. I'm actually utilizing all the tire, not just blowing the shoulders off, which I was doing before on my previous alignment and tire setup. So I'm very, very happy with this tire. I would love to branch out and try another one. I know a lot of people say these actually end up heat cycling out before wearing out, which is something I'm okay with. Like I said, I just want to have a good time out there on track, be able to get home in one piece, and just have an enjoyable time. I think it's the perfect tire for someone who's going out there just trying to learn. If it can fit into your budget, you know, one thing I really advocate is tires are just super, super expensive. That's one thing you never want to cheap out on, is getting a proper, good, dedicated tire. That's the thing that's giving you the most braking, acceleration, turning, cornering, everything is based on the tire. This car can drive horrible if you just have a horrible tire on it. And I believe Engineering Explained just did a video on that with a M3 and a PT Cruiser, just to show what the difference of tire technology does to a car. So I implore you guys to do your own research, check things out, and give it a shot. So that's just my advice and thoughts on the matter with the car. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to this part of the video, if you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys all in the next one. Feroz Moto.